Russian Foreign Secretary Sergei Lavrov, pictured March 1, 2019, said the U.S. provocation and external destructive influence in Venezuela has nothing to do with the democratic process. AFP file Moscow. AFP. Russian Foreign Secretary Sergei Lavrov on Saturday condemned what he called America's flagrant interference in destructive influence in Venezuela. In a telephone conversation with his U.S. counterpart Mike Pompeo, the provocation and external destructive influence, under the hypocritical pretext of humanitarian aid, has nothing to do with the democratic process, said Lavrov, in comments cited by his foreign ministry. The strong criticism came a day after the United States and Russia clashed over how to assist crisis-racked Venezuela, with Moscow pledging new relief channeled through President Nicolas Maduro and Washington slapping on sanctions over the blocking of U.S. aid. Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido, whom Washington has recognized as interim president, had hoped to bring in the stockpiles of food, which the U.S. coordinated with Colombia and Brazil. Lavrov, during his conversation with Pompeo, condemned the American threats against the legitimate government in Venezuela, accusing Washington of flagrant interference in the internal affairs of a sovereign state and a shameless violation of international law. The Russian foreign minister added that Moscow was prepared to hold bilateral talks with the U.S. on the Venezuela issue, while stressing that only the Venezuelans have the right to decide their future. Lavrov and Pompeo also discussed the situations in Syria, Afghanistan and the Korean Peninsula, according to the Moscow statement. On Friday, Lavrov held talks with Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez in Moscow when he promised that Russia would maintain its support for the government, including with aid supplies, as Venezuela faces economic meltdown, with hyperinflation and a lack of basic products. Guaido declared himself interim president in January and asserted that Maduro was no longer the legitimate leader of the country. His claim has since been recognized by 50 countries, including the United States, but Maduro, bolstered by Russia's support, has denounced Washington for attempting to foment a coup d'état. Copyright 2019 AFP.